It's that man Abu, and you know what we came to do. Everything sports related, we gonna touch that. We're gonna get up. That's our business. Anything sports related is our business, and we're gonna touch that. You know what I'm saying? Now today, we just went over the Colorado Buffaloes loss against the BYU Tigers. I think it was at 21-24. Just a terrible loss. Every loss this season has felt just bad, has felt like terrible, has felt um we're just underachieving. Every loss. It's never I don't think it's been a loss yet where we're like, all right, we got our ass whooped. They were the better team. Nah, it's always been they're the better team because they did this. Or we didn't do that. Um so yeah, man, we just broke down the entire game of BYU and Colorado. Now we go to the press conference because the press conference is where, again, Colorado. If you ask me, man, Colorado, they ain't hitting on shit, man. Like, I don't hear no reporter really testing Coach Prime. Like, and I understand the local media, like, you don't want to be the one you don't want to be the reason why the local star leaves the city or leaves the town or even hates the town. But you got to call it like you see it. You got an obligation as a writer, as a reporter, as a blogger to call it like you see it. And remember, call it like you see it, right? So it got to be from your point of view. And you can't tell me everyone's point of view is the same. You can't tell me that there aren't people out there in the media or whatever that have a different opinion than what the norm is around Colorado. It looks like everybody just kiss ass, not kiss ass, but y'all ain't really hard on your sports teams like y'all like some other places, Alabama, Texas, Mississippi, Florida. Like these are places that take football very seriously. And if you come in thinking that 2-3 is going to be something that we're going to rock with you on, you got another thing coming. You must not understand where you at. And we're going to get to that later. I see some people talking about Coach Prime to be here, Coach Prime to be there. No, Coach Prime is here, and he needs to be where his feet at. And he need to finish off where he at right now. We need to finish our plate before we start thinking about dealing with other, because we got to fix what's wrong here. Because if you don't think what's wrong here will not travel with us, then you a naive man. You an ignorant man, and you don't understand life. So we got to fix what's going on right now, right in our backyard, in order to progress past and progress fuller. So let's go ahead and check out the press conference by the Colorado Buffaloes and Coach Prime. Let's see what's being said, what's being asked as well. Hopefully, well, it ain't no way we're not going to get a quarterback question. Let's see how he answers the question. I understand as a coach, you want to protect your players because at the end of the day, as a coach, you're going to need that player at some point in time. But at the same time, we ain't here to lie to nobody as well. We're not here for that. So let's go ahead and check out this press conference and we can see what's going on next. Let's get back to this press conference and let's hear what Coach Prime has to say. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's going to get asked about the quarterback situation. And let's see what he has to say.
Thank you for facility to turn the air on for us this late hour. Oh, Lord. Utmost respect for the coaching staff over there, especially head coach and his wonderful father that I've had the pleasure to meet twice now. Disciplined team, fundamental sound,
a disciplined team, but also a coaching staff who's on point as well. I think it was at the end of the first half, like BYU coaching staff, they were using their timeouts. They were using it. So you got to understand, like, It's nothing wrong with taking pointers from your opponent. They were using timeouts at the end of the first half in order to try to get the ball back to steal another possession from y'all, from us.
Sound team played their butts off. Young quarterback is phenomenal. Proud of him. He did what he had to do to win the game. He made the plays that he was supposed to make to win the game. Tough fought game. I can't say I'm highly upset. I'm upset with a few things, but sometimes when it seems like you had more talent, but you didn't quite win the game, it makes it feel somewhat awkward.
You definitely have more talent at Colorado than BYU. That's what, and I appreciate you for saying that, Coach Prime, because that's you saying you got outcoached without you saying you got outcoached. Respect.
We had opportunities, tremendous amount of opportunities, but nevertheless, we didn't cash in on it. And sometimes it felt like the moment was just too big for some of our athletes, and they got to do something about that. At halftime, we challenge certain positions to go out there and up their game, challenge their opponents. We didn't get that. We got the same thing that we had in the first half.
Exactly.
We got to do better as a staff, as a team, and I got to do better. Let's go.
All right, good way to take responsibility. The only thing that makes you, or not you, but anyone, the only thing that makes anyone taking responsibility really matter is if you truly take that responsibility and you're not just saying it because that's what's expected of you to say. You have to truly say it and truly believe it. Let's see what we talking about.
Hi, Coach. Nikki Edwards, Yahoo Sports. Just 19 total yards and over 3 on third down in the fourth quarter. What were you seeing on the offensive side of the ball in that quarter?
We had opportunities. We just didn't make it happen. If you slow down and you watch the film, you're going to see tremendous opportunities. We just didn't make it happen. And that's unfortunate.
Why can't we just say it out loud and say the quarterback has to make those plays? Some plays are inexcusable.
Fortunate because you go over and over those same situations at practice all darn week, and you see it happening. It's the same defense. It's not like you were tricked or anything. It was there. We just didn't make it happen. Great.
And this is the reason why you put Juju Lewis in the game, because you don't know what he's going to give you for more than just a couple of drives. You know, Staub, you know what you're going to get. Caden Salter, you know what you're going to get. He's telling you out loud. He's showing you who he is. Here, you got to hear him out. If a nigga showing, you got to hear him. But Juju, you don't know yet. And he's so young to where his sky could be whatever he chooses it to be. His limit could be whatever he chooses it to be. I'm not sure why we ain't start that train now. Last year we played against Nebraska, I believe it was. Nebraska had Raiola, a freshman quarterback. You started your son as a freshman quarterback, albeit Jackson State University. You just got beat by a freshman quarterback. At this point, I don't care if you don't got confidence in Juju Lewis. You make yourself have confidence in Juju Lewis. You find out why you don't have confidence in Juju Lewis and you change that. Or you help him change that. Because if if you call this protecting Juju Lewis, this ain't protecting Juju Lewis. You don't want no young quarterback seeing what we seen on that football field. You don't want none of those bad habits to seem like it's okay. You just don't want that. And I would rather Juju Lewis learn on the football field than learn sitting behind this bullshit. 1 or 2 drives a game, and that's all you got for me, bullshit.
Great question.
Coach John Treach, 9 News. You mentioned you thought the moment was too big for some of your guys.
Yeah.
Can you fix that?
We can try, but they got to stay.
You can certainly fix it by picking and choosing where and when you play your athletes. Yes, it could be done. Now, is it going to contribute to wins all the time? No. But it could be done. When a certain player shows you he's only good for 2 drives, when do you start to believe he's only good for 2 drives? We don't need to wait till the end of the season to make these decisions.
Step up. I'm not going to make excuses for them. They got to step up. They got to step up. It's I don't know what else I can say about it. They're prepared. They're studying film. Same thing that we saw in the scout team, the same plays that they ran tonight. I mean, it was a great scouting output for the staff. We just got to step up. We got to make the plays that were there. We had tremendous opportunities to make the plays. We just didn't.
Hi, Coach. Adam Mr. Tiger, 24/7 Sports. We got to see Draylon kind of showcase his versatility tonight.
Yeah.
How big could this be to kind of get him going?
That's what it's going to be. It's not. That wasn't a play. That was real. That's what he is going to do for us from here on.
But why does it take this long,
who he
though?
is. We've identified what he is. Marshall is happy to have him in his room, and we're going to use him as much as we can, and even more.
Hey, Coach Leo Rivera with Go Sports. Last week you talked about
That don't tell us nothing, man. That don't tell us nothing, man. Now, see, what you just said could hurt you more than putting out any video this week. I'm not even sure if we got a game this week. But what you just said, Coach Prime, can hurt you more than it can ever help you, because now if we know you going to Draylon Miller, your opponents are just going to have their eyes on Draylon. They're going to whoop his ass all game. And then you're going to have an athlete who is wounded. And if he's a real dog, he could play through it. But even your best athletes can't go through being singled out by an entire defense and still play confident on the back end. So now that you said out loud that we're going to continue with Draylon Miller, featuring Draylon Miller, please have a backup plan. Please have a backup plan. You need to please have a backup plan to feature another 1 or 2 of your players. Because if you think that, I said, this is what I would talk about being humble, man. Like, if you think you the only smart man in the room, I can't even talk to you. I can't even talk to a man who thinks he the smartest man in the room. Because me and you on 2 different levels as far as thought-wise. Please, just off of you saying that, it's cool. Draylon Miller could get the ball a couple of times next week or next time we play. But you have to feature someone else. Because if you don't have no counter to your punt, to your jab, if you don't have no counter to your knockout punch, then how do you ever expect to get back to your knockout punch, right?
you said it was undisciplined for your team's defense to be able to fade late. You had 6 total penalties accepted again today.
Team, like, we got to stop putting pressure on our defense, man. The defense did as much as they could. The defense got you the ball back. about 2 or 3 times under that 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Like, we need to stop unless the defense is just terrible. It's just some shit. We need to stop blaming defenses. I'm tired of it. Like, no more. We can't blame defenses no more. I'm sorry. We're not doing it no more. Because these defenses are put in the worst positions possible. Like, the rules don't pertain to anything defense. The rules don't help anything defense. So these defenses are put under a whole lot of pressure to where, man, if they sneak and get you a 3 and out, if they sneak and get you a punt, if they sneak and stop the touchdown and get 3 points, even if they do give the touchdown, like, all that should be expected, and then we move on. What is your offense doing to change position on the football field, to flip field position? What is your offense doing to cut the clock, to milk the clock? What is your offense doing to put points on the board, to put pressure on the other team? So I hate when we, they ask them the question about defense, but I even hate that reporters even resort to asking about the defense. Bitch, this ain't nothing about the defense. Who the hell is asking this question? Because I'm mad now. We a couple questions in and we ain't really getting to the meat and potatoes. Colorado media needs to step it up. The Colorado media needs to step it up. Because who's asking these
Undisciplined
questions?
for your team's defense. Coach Leo Rivera, Go with Sports.
Can.
Hold up.
And even more.
Hey, Coach Leo Rivera, Go with Sports.
We can't even hear your name, Brody.
And even more.
Hey, Coach Leo Rivera, Go with Sports.
Last
week you talked about
Leave our score sports. Bro, if you gonna say your name, bro, say your name out loud and say your name proud, Holmes. Like, we didn't even hear your tag. Let's hear it one more time.
Even more.
Hey, Coach Leo Rivera, Go with Sports. Last week you talked.
All I heard was sports. See, this is how these dudes, they get away with these comments, because we about to look his ass up. Because at this point, we need some real questions. And I'm not even saying that you had a bad question. I'm just, we a couple of questions in and we ain't getting to the meat and potatoes. Let's get to the real, man.
Talked about, you said it was undisciplined for your team's
Oh, you want to talk about defense? Like, who cares what coach said about defense? We all know the defense did their job.
defense to be able to fade late. You had 6 total penalties accepted against today. How do you have to go
Say
about
that
fixing
once
that?
again.
You had 6 penalties accepted against your team today. How do you go about fixing that?
What does that mean, accepted against it? We had 6 penalties. Yeah, we had 6 penalties. Is that the total? There was one that was declined, I think. Yeah, I think that's better than last year. I'm trying to find light, man, in a dark tunnel.
What the fuck was that?
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car insurance.
I'm trying to find light, man, in a dark tunnel. Penalties will happen. It's the timing of some of the penalties.
Right.
That's the problem. The timing. We have the DBs wearing
football.
gloves at practice like mittens so they can't reach. We're doing everything we can. We just got to make the plays and not do the stuff that disable you and disarm you from winning the game.
Hey, Coach. Brian Howell, Boulder Daily Camera. You guys came out offensively and did a lot of new wrinkles tonight, some things we haven't seen before.
Right.
But then it seemed after those first couple drives went away from that.
Exactly.
that a
I don't think we went away from that. I think the game sometimes dictates.
The game never dictated to go away from it because the game never got away from you. Come on, man. Like, that's why I love Joe Gibbs, man. Joe Gibbs would take fault for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, a humble man, bro. You got to be a humble man.
I
Talk about that a little
don't think we went away from that. I think the game sometimes
The game never got away from you. Now staying as a play caller, staying focused, that's another thing. You got to stay focused as a play caller. Oh, let's go back to the game plan. Does not get away from the game plan. And some of that is head coach's job. Hey, let's steer this boat back to what we came here to do.
Times dictates what you're going to do. We were okay with where we were at halftime, but we knew we were in for a fight in the second half. Going into the locker room at halftime, we wish we could have gotten another score tremendously. And even tonight, one of the big penalty, man, shoot, you don't get that penalty by, I don't know, one of the receivers or whoever was on that long run. We may be sitting up here in a different mood. Both teams had 6 penalties that I'm looking, but ours was for 67 yards, theirs for 34. We got to do better. We got to do much better. And we have been doing much better. We just got to stay consistent with that.
Coach,
My man.
Talked a lot about consistency these past few weeks,
Yeah.
minus a few mistakes, obviously, at the end. Just, do you feel like you saw more of just a consistent team than what you have in previous weeks?
No, I saw what I saw at practice. Everything I saw today, I saw at practice. And that's where it starts.
If you saw all this at practice, then why they in the game? Now, I know the dudes that I named should be leaders. I know we ain't seen no foolishness from them in practice. We better not be. But as far as everybody else, why can't we put somebody else in? Because I would admit, as being, coaching youth football, the shit you see in practice, that shit translates to the football field every time. That shit don't fail. If for some reason your running back keep running to the outside when it's supposed to be going up the gut during practice, best believe during the game he gonna do the same shit. So a lot of this shit don't be new. It don't be new news. It's just about how do we control it, how do we manage it, and how do we progress from it. Right?
And then the preparation. It's nothing different than what I saw at practice, what we just saw in the game. And I pray that these young men understand that practice is your prerequisite. That's your preparation for how you're going to perform. Rarely have I seen men in all levels practice bad and go out there and
All
dominate
levels.
in the game. I haven't seen that. That wasn't my recipe for success. Got to practice better, tremendously better at some positions.
Hey, Coach, you guys schemed up a great start.
Yeah.
Both sides of football really started quickly.
Yeah.
Where did you see things start to just slowly fall off?
We got to get consistency from all positions. I don't want to single anyone out. I hope that's not what you're looking for.
It may not be time to single anybody out, but it's time to single out a position. It's time. See, this is the thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with making it clear what you need from said position, from a certain position. There's nothing wrong in making it clear to that person and to the world what you need from them. And I think that's the mistake here. Like, I feel like in society nowadays, we think that everything that's not positive is a negative, and everything that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything that's not, just because it's not positive don't mean it's a negative, basically. And you telling us what you need from a certain position group is nothing wrong with that. And if anyone feels offended by it, then they need to check themselves. But you should be able to answer this question with ease. And all of these questions are cream puff ass questions. The Colorado media needs to step it up, and somebody needs to have some balls and drop their nuts and ask you, why do you keep going back to Kalen Salter? Who is the starter for next week, next game? And why? And why do you keep changing quarterbacks? Like, these questions need to be answered. No. These questions need to be asked first. Because I can't blame the man if he's not even getting those questions. But we need better questions from the Colorado media. And I'm calling them out right now.
I can't. I don't want to single anyone out. I hope that's not what you're looking for. But we got to get consistency at all positions. When we get that, you're going to see the continuation of what you saw early on in the game. You guys act like you can't see. Right? You see the same darn thing I see.
But your opinion's more important than ours.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We got to get consistency. I challenge the guys all the time because I want them to be pros. I want them to have or professional in some sort. And whether it's on the field or off the field, you got to have consistency in your life.
I wanted to ask you about defense. It felt like for the first time, really, in a Power 4 game, they really gave you guys a chance to win tonight. Are you at least happy with some of the progress you've seen on that side of the football?
With our defense?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
How many points they scored?
24, just 24 points.
They gave you a chance to win tonight, though. Big stop at the end.
Exactly. That's what you got to look at that shit, man. Look at the game, bruh. Stop looking at stats. Fuck the stats, man. Look at the game and the pressure that defenses are put against nowadays. Your defense did what they can do. They did more than enough for the offense to bring it home, baby. Like, let's stop. Let's stop, bro.
Chance to win tonight.
How many points they scored?
See, it's like you got you don't need a reporter to break it down to you like that, Prime. Like, you Prime, bro. But also, you got to understand that you Prime and your kids ain't either. Your kids ain't Prime. Your kids and your football, your team kids ain't none of them Deion Sanders prime time skill level. I don't know where we got this notion that, just because you were the best, you can coach people up to be the best. That's never been the case in this thing we call life. Just because you're the best doesn't mean you can coach the next man up to be the best. You can't coach him up to be the best. You can't. So I do like how, the media member did double back, because I hate when coaches and even Coach Prime does shit like that. Try to make it seem like it's a dumb question. Nah, double back on your question. Nah, like, they gave you a chance to win tonight. Now ponder on that, coach. And now give me some other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go.
24. It felt like they gave you a chance to win tonight, though. Big stop at the end.
Gotta think about it.
Next question.
What's the problem? If there's a problem with the defense, then get rid of Rob Livingston. If I'm Rob, I'm like, yo, I've never been given an opportunity to show what I can really do, because we're always playing behind the sticks. We're always playing behind the sticks. Our defense always have to play 50-50. If you got to play a nigga 50-50 the entire ball game, bro, that shit's hard to do. I'd rather play where, all right, I know you're going to pass it. All right, I know you're going to run the ball. But if I'm a defense and I'm in a 50-50 type position for majority of the game, because my offense can't sustain anything, we can't blame the defense. That's not how football works. I'm sorry.
With the Denver Gazette, on that same note, you mentioned BYU's quarterback, the true freshman, had a solid game. It's the third game now that a quarterback for the opposing team has led them in rushing. Just kind of what has been the consistencies that has played you guys and stopped?
God, oh man, the third time the quarterback has led their team in rushing against us, the Colorado Buffaloes. So if the quarterback led the team in rushing, that means that had to be a rushing or running quarterback. That means that quarterback being a Russian quarterback was not a mystery. So if that's not a mystery, why don't we flood the box and prevent him from running? And when he does, he's going to feel it. That's the only, now when it comes. That's the only thing I can say against the defense. The only thing I say against the defense, and I say this about every other defense except for if your name is Vic Fangio, I got nothing to say to you because you one of them ones. But defensive coordinators in the NFL and in college are scared to really call a game how it needs to be called. They call a lot of vanilla 50-50 type calls that can go either way. No, as a defensive coordinator, you need to try to predict the outcome of the snap as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have 11 guys on the field just like they got 11 guys on the field. As a defensive coordinator, there are things you can do to dictate the play on the field, and you have to be creative enough to be able to do that. But if you ask me, if we're playing against 3 quarterbacks that I know can run, then we're going to flood that line of scrimmage. And I'm going to have my DBs play a little bit off because play action we're susceptible to play action, susceptible to double moves. But I know that their quarterback ain't going to be running too much longer. The quarterback ain't going to be scrambling too much longer. I know that. So when it comes to defenses, man, like, I would like them to dictate a little more, man. Stop being pussy.
Stopping the quarterback run.
We're just not doing our jobs. That's it. We're not doing our jobs. It's not like it's a surprise what they're going to do. It's not at all. We're just not doing our jobs. We got to do a better job of preparing these young men to do their jobs in front of the multitudes.
Hey, Coach. Good to see you. Scott
too.
Proctor at DMVR. I think Matt kind of mentioned it. Touchdowns on the opening 2 drives and scoreless until the fourth quarter, I believe. After that, only
Right.
7 points. So last 3 quarters. What do you think kind of resulted in kind of the defense or the offense kind of sputtering after those opening 2 drives?
We got to get consistency from everyone. That's all. That's it. It's not like the plays are different. It's the same darn thing. You just got to be
Bro, these are different plays, bro.
consistent at all positions.
The Wildcat was different.
If one position is inconsistent, the other ones are not going to function. So we got to have a team effort. It's not a one-man thing.
37 rush attempts.
And that's where, bro, like, that's where we're kind of lying to ourselves. It is a one-man thing. Like, if we just had a quarterback if we had Shador, yo, we should be undefeated right now with Shador Sanders. Now, granted, I don't think we actually would have been undefeated because I felt the same way last year, right? But it's only one position. It's the quarterback position. If the quarterback position played with a little more poise, a little more confidence, and a little more eye discipline, you might be undefeated. You have the offensive line has given your quarterback time. You have a great running back room. You have a great wide receiver room. Your special teams are special teams.
Only 16 pass attempts. Is that kind of what you guys are looking for offensively in terms of the
I
run?
think the game plays itself out. The game tells its own story. I mean, you got to do what you're not just capable of doing, but what you're having success with. If we're having success running the darn football, we got to run the ball. We can't just drop back and slang it.
So why do we stop running the football? I'm getting tired, bro. I'm getting tired, bro, because I feel like niggas is not stupid, man. Why we stop running the football? You know why? Because Pat Sherman doesn't have a plan for running the football. Pat Shermer has never had a plan for running the football. He talks it, but he never was it. He doesn't try to be it. Because if you guys tried to run the football, we would see you guys try to run the football on purpose.
Just because we want to come in here and have more balance. No, we're having tremendous amount of.
Man, what happened to firing your damn coaches mid-season, man? What happened to firing your coordinators mid-season, man? Let me check this out. Let me go to Google Gemini real quick. Let me see what coaches have been fired so far. Oh, damn. But there has been some firings. As of late 2025, college football head coaches fired in this year include Mike Gundy for Oklahoma State, Deshaun Foster at UCLA, and Brent Pry at Virginia Tech. These firings occurred early in the season, with Gundy's being announced in late September, Foster's and Pry happening after week 3. Now let's see college coordinators. Okay, yeah. All right. So as of late September 25, the most notable college coordinator fired this year is Oklahoma State defensive coordinator Todd Grantham. He was dismissed just 4 games into his tenure after the Cowboys defense struggled significantly. Grantham was hired in December 24 and was a key part of former head coach Mike Gundy's coaching staff, who was also fired in September. So top coordinators fired in 2025. Todd Grantham, Il Kayaka, Malo, UCLA, Eric Bieniemy. This guy threw everything away trying to sun grown men. It's crazy. Kurt Campbell, Michigan offensive coordinator. See, so there've been some offensive guys and defensive guys that have been let go this early in the season. So Coach Prime, don't feel like you can't make the decision to let go of Pat Shermer. You can cut the bait, man, and let Sherm go. Cut the bait and let Sherm go.
Success running the ball as well as the quarterback getting out there making things happen.
Ryan Scholes from Ralph Report. Speaking of the quarterback, how would you evaluate Caden's performance tonight?
Let's go.
He did some wonderful things.
Wow.
He did some wonderful things.
All right, Coach Prime, don't aid in the bet. Yo, don't aid in the destruction. Coach Prime. What you say?
Ryan Scholes from Ralph Report. Speaking of the quarterback, how would you evaluate Caden's performance tonight?
He did some wonderful things.
Coach Trent Finnegan, DenverSports.com. You guys used Tion Parks at that second cornerback spot opposite DJ tonight. What did you see out of him? And as you guys keep
He got to play better.
And as you guys, you've tried him, you've tried Makari.
They got to play better. All of them got to play better. We got to do a better job of preparing them and coaching them.
Get 0% APR on 2025 G.
Jackson Payne, Deseret News in Salt Lake City. Two-part question. One, with the Alamo Bowl last year and a game like this, do you feel like this BYU series might turn into a rivalry eventually with the proximity? And then I don't know if you heard the chants from the fans during the game. Do you have any thoughts on that, the vulgarity towards BYU?
I don't know about no chance. I was trying to greet coach and shake his hand and run off the field in that awkward moment. When you get your butt kicked, it's always awkward running across the field to greet the coach. I don't know anything about no chance. I don't give a darn about my yesterday. That was that game. I don't care. I don't even know what the score was. I barely remember it. I know we had players really didn't want to play. That's just it. We just, we had a lot of guys pro bound. So forget that. Forget that. Today was today. They won.
What?
We didn't. We just, we had players really didn't want to play. That's just it. We just,
what?
We had a lot of guys pro bound. They didn't want to play. I barely remember it. I know we had players really didn't want to play.
We had players really didn't want to play. What the fuck is going on in that locker room, bro?
No, that's just it. We just, we had a lot of guys pro bound. So forget that. Forget that. Today was today. They won. We didn't.
Hey, Coach, I want to ask you a follow-up on the corner.
Let me see. I need to see something else. Let's go back to Google Gemini or Google AI. Can you release a college? Can you? So this is my question. My man Coach Prime said some, and look, I don't know if I heard it incorrectly. Some players did not want to even play. Okay, so that leads me to think: can you release any players from your football team after they officially make the roster? In 2015, the NCAA made changes that prevent a Division I autonomy conference school from revoking the student athlete scholarship for poor athletic performance. However, there are some nuances to this rule depending on the circumstances. Division I autonomy conference schools at the 65 autonomy schools, the Power 5 conferences, athletic scholarships cannot be taken away for any reason related to athletics, including poor performance. Coaches cannot pull a scholarship just because a player is not performing well on the field. God damn. That's crazy. So once they get this reward, they keep the reward no matter what. That's crazy. Coaches cannot pull a scholarship just because a player is not performing well on the field. Damn. A scholarship cannot be revoked if an athlete becomes injured. Damn. However, the scholarship can still be revoked for other non-athletic reasons, including behavioral problems or misconduct. All right. Now, behavioral problems or misconduct, we can create these scenarios. Let's stop playing with ourselves. We can create these scenarios. Violation of team rules. We can create a scenario where the team rules are violated. Voluntarily quitting the team. Ain't nobody gonna give up that check. Making misrepresentations to the school. Okay. Not meeting academic requirements. Non-autonomy and other divisions. For schools outside the autonomy conferences, there is more flexibility. While a scholarship for the current academic year is typically protected. Renewal for future years is not guaranteed. A coach can choose not to renew a scholarship after the academic year has ended, effectively removing the player from the team. This is a common method for coaches to manage their rosters and suggest a player should transfer. Hmm. So you can't just take a nigga scholarship away from him for poor performance. So they get paid. So these athletes now get paid to play. They get a scholarship still, and they can't get the scholarship taken away. Crazy. Wish a nigga would.
Corners, you mentioned they got to play better. A number of obviously costly pass interference penalties this season. Is it a matter of just finishing the play? Seems like a lot of times they're there, but not finishing well.
It starts at the beginning. I mean, you got to have focus. I mean, we talked about focusing and finishing before the game. We talked about it at halftime. We told them what it's going to be. We're not going to play it. We barely play the things that I say when we lose. But if you hear them, we pretty much dictated what it was going to happen if we didn't change the way we went about our job. We got to do a much better job on the back end. We do.
Coach Liam Howard, Scobuff Sports. Caden early on in the game did a solid job of throwing the ball away when pass plays started to break down, but we saw him try to create a little bit more in the second half and take some sacks. Did you have a message to him after those plays?
Yeah, definitely.
These questions are just too cream puffy. Like, we need to make this nigga sweat a little bit. Like, we need Coach Prime to, just like he had to think twice about that question a couple minutes ago, we got to make him think twice, man.
Definitely.
Like, who tells Coach Prime no? Who tells Coach Prime nah? Like, oh, you thinking about like that way? Nah, this way. Like, I don't care how great you are. I don't care what position you in. If you want to be great, you got to keep somebody that is a contrarian to your beliefs. Because you need that balance. You need that yin and yang. You need the good that comes with that bad. You need the bad that comes with the good. And the good that comes with that bad.
You got to do a better job of getting rid of the ball. Just get rid of the ball. Let us get back to the line of scrimmage. I think one time we were in field goal range, and that kind of put us out of field goal range because then the last time it was a area in there that I thought.
He trying to save Caden so bad. Now, look, all right, see, I'm a fan from the outside looking in, Coach Prime. So I respect you trying to protect your player because that's what you're supposed to do. Coach Prime, you're supposed to protect this man. Right? But at the same time, we can't just encourage what's going on to continue.
Thought about going for it. I really thought about it. I really, really thought about it. Then I talked to my guys upstairs to see how they felt about it, and we didn't come to the conclusion that it was a good idea at that time. We burned the time out thinking about it, but it was worth it because we came to a collective conclusion. Because I was ready to do it, but you give them the ball right there. That's two first downs. That's a field goal for them.
One of the questions I was going to ask you was about that timeout in the second half. But then at the end of the first half, I was just curious what your logic was there, and when did you want to start to use timeouts?
Well, in the first half.
How do you get a brand new heating and AC system in Southern Maryland from just $104 per month? At Bennett Air, we make it simple for homeowners across Southern Maryland. Right now, save big and get a new heating and AC.
The game was playing itself, and
what your logic was there, and when did you want to start to use timeouts?
Well, in the first half, the game was playing itself, and we were just trying to get out of there and go in at halftime, and then they put 3 seconds back on the clock. So now you got to make a decision. What you
at the start of that drive? I think you had 50 seconds left in 2 timeouts.
Exactly.
I don't even remember that drive. I really.
That's the problem, bro. Who is with you, man? Bro, who is with you? You started that drive. I remember it was the end of the first half. You had a lot of time on the clock left. And I should have recorded the game. I could put it up right now. You had a lot of time on the clock left. Your quarterback made a weak play, and then nobody called a timeout. So now we're behind, and it was just a terrible sequence.
Right before half. I don't remember that. I'm sorry.
I'm all good.
I'm
just
old.
wondering.
I'm getting old.
I understand.
What happened on the drive?
I think there was one play, and then like 25 seconds might have come off the clock, and then another play, and then.
Were we scrambling and it got?
I think I don't know. I wasn't sure what happened. It just seemed like.
I'm sorry. I'm blanking out because usually I can remember this stuff. I have a photographic memory. I could see it, and I'm just not seeing what transpired.
I think there was a pass on first down that might have been a
scrambled on first down.
Oh, there you go.
Jaden had an incomplete pass on second down, and then Micah ran on third down.
Oh, we was trying to get out of there.
That was it. Okay.
We was trying to get out of the half.
Okay.
We were what at 20 or 30?
Yeah. I didn't know if you were going to try and play for 3 there with 50 seconds left.
There were 39.
We thought.
Coach Prime, if you have the quarterback that you believe you have, no. I said that wrong. If you believe in your quarterback in any type of way, you give him that opportunity to get you 3 on the board. Pat Mahomes already proved to us that all you need is 13 seconds, really. So if all you need is 13 seconds, what can you do with 50?
Thought about it, but you remember one ball was almost picked.
Yes.
Right? So when that's like abort mission.
Got you.
Okay, when that happens, okay, abort mission. And we aborted mission, and we was just trying to get out of the half. Thank you for my recollection. Yeah, you go, dog. That's what that was. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Coach Kyle Ireland in Salt Lake City for KSL Sports. BYU entered the game with a really effective run defense high up in the FBS. You guys found success on the ground. What were you able to do to find that success up front?
We have a tremendously physical line. And guess what? They practiced their butts off last week. They had a great week of preparation. So we knew we were going to be able to do some tremendous things because of the way they worked last week. I mean, they worked. And you could see the results thereof. I mean, a lot of the things that we saw that transpired in the game, running the ball wise, we saw at practice. And it was no surprise. So even with Draylon, I mean, we worked on that, and we we wanted situational football when that gave us an opportunity, and we just hammered it. We hammered it, and it paid dividends for us.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you. God bless you all. Appreciate it. Oh.
Yeah, there go Coach. You got a whole nother. Oh, hell nah. You gonna tell me? Look, when I watch these press conferences, man, I watch for Coach only, bro. I don't like listening to players because players, they don't be saying shit. Shout out the dude, man. You showing your face. I guess he's obligated to show up and to the press conference, right? Excuse me. Let's see what he got to say, man.
What the hell is this? A'udhu billah.
Brian, you want to start us?
Hey, Caden, Brian Howell, the Daily Camera. 2 questions for you. First off, you just talk about that last drive and the attempt you guys had there and just the interception.
We just got to be more disciplined. Got to take what they give me and take the easy throws. Just keep working on the scramble drill when players break down and be able to complete those passes.
Bro, you got to turn into Mike Vick from 20. Let me see. What year did Mike Vick? Let me just Google Gemini. All right, so he was with the Hokies in '99. So Mike Vick played for Virginia Tech during the 1999 and 2000 season. He spent a total of 3 years because he redshirted his first year. Nowadays, these quarterbacks know nothing about redshirting. He played 99 and 2000. How many rush yards did Michael Vick have in 99 and 2000? Mike Vick had 1,216 rush yards in his 2 seasons at Virginia Tech. He accomplished this over the 1999 and the 2000 season. So 580 and 636. I mean, for nowadays, these numbers don't look to be too drastic. I mean, but 636 is still a lot, though. 580 is still a lot. But I say that to say, Caden Salter can hit these numbers. I guess because you would have thought Mike Vick had 1,000 yards rushing in college, but he passed the ball just as much as just as good as he threw it. But I say that to say this, that beyond the numbers, forget the numbers. It's the play style. It's the play style. Now I'm gonna show you these Mike Vick highlights from Virginia Tech Hokie State. Virginia Tech Hokie highlights. It might be a little blurry. You might not be even able to see the number 7 on his back. But trust me, that's him.
See if they call ball play here. Here's the blitz. Vick dodges out. Look at him run. Oh my gosh. Foot race. He's got one.
Sometimes it can feel like there's no way out of treatment-resistant depression. You take one antidepressant after another, and they aren't.
Hey, look, you can hardly see it. This is probably before HD was even created, bro. 4K wasn't even thought about. Ultra HD was even thought about. But look, see, back in the day, quarterbacks got under center. And in this day and age, Mike Vick would have never gotten the ball from under the center. He would have 70% of the time been in shotgun. But being forced to be under center that's football. This shotgun shit is watering the shit down. All right, let's check out. Let's check out what Mike Vick playing against. All right, it looked like everybody coming. So we already got 1, 2, 3, 4 down linemen. Look like he's coming. It look like he coming. Look like he coming, but he look like he coming. Yo, if Caden Salter saw this, he would run that way. He would twirl around in 360 and run back that way. That's the problem with Caden Salter. Let's see what happens next. Mind you, they're already up 27-7 against Temple. Oh my God.
And he is loose again. Midfield.
Man, shit, nigga. Shit, nigga.
Touchdown, Michael Vick. 75 yards. More kicks than any other Division 1A.
Look, and he playing against pressure. This is when quarterbacks really had pressure in their face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 7 up here. That's pressure. And he playing Pitt.
18. A big part of
Again, he's under center though.
more kicks than any other.
Look at that.
Division I
And
A
speed
team.
out. Look, I liked it. Look, this is scheming up your guy.
A big part of their
We running all the way out.
game, special teams. Vic on the
Oh,
option, keeps it, and
shit.
gone. The 30, the 20, they'll never catch him. Michael Vick, keeps it, he's gone. Big part of their game.
See, this when a coach creates a play for you, but you basically playing a video game all by yourself because you know that all your teammates are committing to the left. The defense is committing to their right. So, human nature means that everybody going to overcommit, and there will be a lane for you to cut back in and take it to the house. Take it to the house.
Vic on the option, keeps it, he's gone. The 30, the 20,
What a
they'll
play.
never catch him. Michael Vick,
That's when,
touchdown,
at this point, you playing by yourself, bruh. You in single player mode right now. At this point, Mike Vick is in single player mode.
6 yards, and Virginia Tech capitalizes off the blocked punt.
On third down on the 6. There's the shotgun snap to the Tech
Oh,
freshman.
this the flip play.
Running with the football, has a seam at the 5, goes
Damn.
into the end. Snap to the
off the blocked
You see that,
punt.
Caden Salter?
Third down on the 6. There's the shotgun snap.
Clean pocket. All right. Clean pocket. This means you can make a decision to stay here or leave here. Make a decision to leave if you don't see it.
To the Tech freshman. Running with the football,
There
has
you
a
go.
seam at the 5, goes airborne into the end zone. Touchdown Tech, a sensational flip by Vick. Let's just hope he gets up after that. He went catapulting in the air, landing rushing touchdown.
From 37, 2 receivers split out to the right. Vick off the play action, he's throwing for the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown.
And he
In
had
the
a rocket.
corner of the end zone to Terrell Parham. There was good coverage there. But
And he had a rocket
picked
launcher.
up Vick. Finds room.
Oh, shit.
From the 16, they bring blitz
Okay,
again
now
for
this is a
offense.
play that Caden Salter will probably get. But I doubt the defense. Nah, the defense probably will be played because it's like they don't got no wide out up here. No, there's a wide out up here. But this is tight. 1, 2, 3. Like, they tight up here.
Third
See what
down
happens.
and 8 from
Third
the
and
16.
8.
They bring blitz again. It's picked up. Vick finds room. He's leading. That's a touchdown.
That nigga had no intentions on passing the ball. He had all the time in the world.
Again, it's picked up. Vick.
Yeah, fuck that.
He's leading. That's a touchdown. Touchdown, Michael Vick. 16 yards, and the Texans are on the board.
Second down and 9. 5.5 minutes left. Vick, a lot of time again. Going
God
deep again.
damn.
And it is caught this time by Andre Davis.
It's a third down and 2 at the 37. Vick on the option. He's got room. He breaks the tackle. Can anybody get him? He's cutting back against the grain. I think it's lights out. Michael
But you
Vick
see this, like, Mike Vick ain't thinking about this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's,
35
once I decide I'm gone.
Put together by these two teams. Wide open.
And then I can throw that because I got that rocket launcher.
15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Michael Vick does it again. 60 yards on the TD pass.
And everybody's been here. He's kept them about their business.
You get the gist. All right.
And then just want to ask you also, you guys came out with this game, a lot of new wrinkles, doing some different things, creative things, scored a couple touchdowns. Then it seemed kind of went away from that a little bit. Can you talk about what happened to slow the offense down after those first 2 drives?
Yeah, we had a good first quarter, and I feel like, of course, they started QB spying me after that first quarter, but
That's
overall
not-
they just made some good adjustments there, and we got to adjust when they adjust.
Caden, you've made a career out of extending
You need to
plays
take
and doing things with your
accountability, bruh.
legs.
I don't
But
see
given some
him
of the
taking
situations,
no
can you
accountability.
do too much?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I feel like today did too much trying to make plays. Just got to throw the ball away and take what they give us, and let the field goal team and the punt team do what they do.
All right, there you go.
Hi, Caden. We've heard
But
that
this is
you've
every
stepped
week.
up as
I'm
a
not
leader.
listening to this bullshit. I'm sorry. Let's go to the well off. Let's see. Let's get the behind the scenes footage, man. Let's hear the sights and sounds from the game, man.
Everybody got on jury, even the baby.
Let's go. My God. So, look, I mean, of course, look, I only know these guys from whatever I see on the internet and TV and shit like that. Man, Caden Salter, you got Coach Prime so out of pocket that, don't get me wrong, I know Coach Prime say nigga anytime he want, but you made him have to tell you, be that nigga to get your confidence up. Coach Prime, you a real nigga, Coach Prime. You got to understand that hyping Caden Salter up in that way ain't going to hype him up at all. What he needs, Caden Salter needs protection. Protection in the form of saving him from himself. Caden Salter is, through his play, he's telling you he needs to be benched after the second drive of the game. That's how you help Caden Salter be better, is you get him through 2 drives, and let's get to 3 drives, and then so on. But telling Caden Salter, you be that nigga, you done scared the living daylights out of this boy, man. Now he's scared. Now he's scared as shit. Now he don't know if he can uphold being that nigga. You gotta understand who we talking to. We're not talking to a guy who is straight from the streets and all he knows is the hard way. We gotta meet our people where they at. My man got Coach Prime out of character, man. See, shout out Coach Prime, man.
Let's go.
Man, shout out Coach Prime for even everything he went through during the summertime. He's still right there coaching. Even though he got all them quarterbacks he got all them staff members, position coaches, coordinators. He still is coaching and being motivational to his teammates. I've yet to see Coach Prime just sit back and let shit go up in flames. He is front line. He is continuously trying to encourage his team. Some coaches, they just stand there with their arms folded and let everybody else handle everything. All the bullshit. Coach Prime is in the trenches. And he trying to make what's wrong right now.
Let's go. Let's go.
Get back. All night, baby. Some. All night. Already turned. Do this shit.
The O-line straight, man. The O-line don't need no
AI cooler than
it's the
BI?
quarterback position. Once we get quarterback taken care of, then we can start thinking and talking about other positions. But look at Coach Prime walking the football field and getting in his players' faces, man. Trying to set the tone. I fuck with that. Because some coaches just sit over there with their arms folded, going through their playbook. Pat Sherman.
Get down.
That's why Pat Shermer up in the booth. Ain't no way in hell you gonna be on my sideline. He was on the sideline last year, looking all disembobulated and all that. Man.
Soldiers pass complete to number 8.
Look at that. Just playing with so much confidence, man.
First and 10, first and 10.
Soldiers pass complete to number 4.
We ain't gonna finish it out, but there was one point in time. Let's look at the sideline.
Good shit, boy! Good shit!
Hey, my man got Prime out his character, man. He said, "That's you. That's that nigga." Like Coach Prime, I feel Coach Prime is trying to meet his players where they at. But you gotta understand that not every one of them is cut from the same cloth. I don't think telling Caden Salter he that nigga is going to improve his gameplay. It might make him more nervous. You got to be careful now. That's that nigga.
That's number 16, Alejandro.
But look at his face though. He don't like. I'm sorry if I'm looking out. I'm like I don't see the confidence.
I'm proud of you, dog. I'm proud of you, man. Listen.
That screen was a great fucking drive. So that's a great fucking drive.
Joining us from Forest Chairman of the local Ford Stores of Colorado, Greg Larson. He is joined on the field by Colorado Athletics Director Rick Julie.
All right, Coach Sapp.
Let's go.
I just want to see the sideline. What's being said on the sideline? Man, look at this guy just coaching. Coach Prime don't got his arms folded. He not sitting back and letting other guys take the lead. He is coaching himself. Respect.
There's no reason we can't do that again. Quarterback, where you at? Just make plays. Let him make plays. Yeah, there's no reason we can't do that again. No mistakes. No mistakes. No mistakes.
Put Draylon in. Draylon scores.
I need you, baby. I need you. Let's fucking keep going. Can you just run your feet?
Now with him, Draylon Miller, he been doing his thing, man. But what does he want to be? Does he want to be running back? Does he want to be wide receiver? Does he want to play Debo Samuel's role? Who knows? But it's interesting because when you play that role, when you play a Debo Samuel's role, that means you don't really have a role. That means you need an offensive coordinator that's going to take advantage of your abilities. But what does that mean for your second contract, right? Because your wide receiver numbers are not going to be top tier. Your running back numbers won't be top tier. But I guess you can go over your collective yards, I guess, once you get to the next level. But how do you translate this Debo Samuel's role into a consistent role at the next level? That'll be my main concern. And it's the same concern with Travis Hunter. Yeah, you can play both positions. But when it comes for your second and third contract, what kind of contract you think you're going to get? if you have less than average numbers at wide receiver or less than average numbers at cornerback, you're going to have to create your own contract at that moment. It's going to be just special for you. But shout out, bro.
We really call him Debo, really though. Because we're done.
Hey, he go wide every time. Niggas feeling good, man. We need to be talking to Caden right now, making sure he know what the fuck is up.
Talk to you real, okay? Talk to you real. Watch this, great run. That's whole shit. You don't play receiver no more. You don't do that. That's all. Damn. You keep your feet moving. That's how you get hurt.
Hold up.
That's how you get hurt. Run through that shit. You keep your feet moving.
My man said that's whole shit. Hey yo, fire Pat Shurmur yesterday. Hire Marshall Faulk now. I ain't know Marshall Faulk was giving it up like this. I did not know Marshall Faulk was giving it up like this. He looked at the camera. He said, all right, shit. If y'all want the cameras everywhere, y'all gonna hit it, man. He said, that's whole shit, nigga. Nigga, you don't play fucking wide receiver no more. That's whole shit.
That's whole shit. You don't play receiver no more.
Move your feet, Slim.
That's over. You keep your feet moving. That's how you get hurt. That's how you get hurt. Run through that shit.
Man, that's what the fuck you need on that sideline, man. That's what the fuck you need on that sideline. You need someone telling Caden Salter, what you doing out there is whole shit, nigga.
After I had my kids, I hit a wall I'd never encountered before. I was
With the score, Colorado 14, BYU 3. Marion Miller is incomplete.
We can dominate this game if y'all do your jobs and turn it up. You gotta hold them accountable. Linebackers, y'all gotta do your darn job. Do your darn job. Y'all in linebackers, come on, man. I'm depending on y'all. Y'all are better than this. You gotta look over there and want to whoop that dude, man. There's gotta be something inside of y'all that want more. Y'all settling. Don't settle. Don't ever settle. We gotta go out there like we did in the beginning. And remember that when we just drove down the offense and imposed that will. Defense, you got to get stops. You up first. You got to get stops. We got to get stops. We got to get stops. No penalties. And DBs, you got to be penalties, man. You got to be dogs, DBs. DBs, the game is on y'all and the linebackers. That's who the game is on. Offense, do your thing. Quarterback, stay within yourself. Well, yeah. Stay within yourself and lead us. We got
Stay
your back.
within yourself.
We
It's
got, you don't have
scary.
to do nothing special.
You want him to stay within himself?
Let's go get it. Let's go get it.
If the quarterback stays within himself, he's going to continue doing what he's been doing all year.
go through our trials to make us better. Bless our leader, bless these fans, bless this team. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.
We find ourselves in a situation we don't want to be in. Same thing. We saw the same thing that we saw in practice from the same people. It's no difference. You think we're hard on you, but we're not. We're just trying to get you ready for life. Because life don't give you downs, first down, second down, third down, fourth down, punt. Life don't give you that. Life spit you out, chew you up, and spit you out. We better than what we're showing. Offense, we had tremendous momentum. But some kind of way we didn't keep the passion, the aggressiveness, the intensity, and we stopped making plays. We had opportunities. The sad thing about it, darn it, every one of you that played this game, you had an opportunity to change the course of the game. We had penalties, we had foolishness, we had inconsistency. Therefore, here we are. It ain't up to us, it's up to y'all. Somebody got to stand up. The team at the end of the game is not the team that was out there in the first half. I don't know what happened to that passion, what happened to that mentality.
Your quarterback is what happened. We follow the quarterback. And if you continue to let Caden Salter contaminate the locker room, we will lose this locker room sooner than later. If you continue to let Caden Salter start at quarterback with no repercussions, how do you expect the rest of the team to fall in line? And I'm just talking real shit, man. If Caden Salter got no consequences, how you expect the next man to respect the consequences, to respect his consequences? Because everybody's consequences aren't the same. But they still should be respected. But how does a man respect his consequences if the next man is getting to skate along?
And that's what we're looking for. It's not 3 stars or 4 stars or this guy, this transfer. We're looking for a mentality. That mentality that refuses to lose. Do we not say everything?
And that's another thing. You might want to be looking for 5-star athletes. If you look for 5-star athletes only, you might be in more advantageous positions. You might be in positions where you won't need as much coaching, where just the ability of your players is going to, bring you wins. Like, I'm tired of this. Like this is football. At the end of the day, we can't save everybody. Coach Prime, we cannot save everybody. And it's football at the end of the day. All these dudes getting paid something. Let's stop trying to develop these men when they're going to develop the way they want to at the end of the day anyway. They getting paid for this. They grown men at this point.
That was going to happen.
We need to start, man, fuck your personality, man. Like, we need to get the best players in here. And then we work from there. Get the best players in here, get the best players as possible, and then we work from there. I believe you're already doing a great job when it comes to getting freshmen. We need to try to get these real transfers. We need to get significant or roster changing, team altering transfers.
First down, shot down, right? What they doing? Taking shots on what down? Losing contain. We're not getting to the ball. We missing tackles, so we're not bringing our feet. Guys, we better than that. Y'all are better than that. I still believe in y'all, 100%. But until y'all self-check yourself, you're gonna get the same outcome. You gotta self-check yourself. You really do. And some people got to stand up We are better than this. Our coaching staff is better than this. Our support staff is better than this. Everybody in this room, we're better than this. We're underachieving right now. Y'all better than that. But until somebody do something about it, it's gonna be the same outcome. Be smart tonight. No means no. No means what? No. No means what? No. No means what? No. Is that we gonna text you all, let you know what time we working tomorrow. We definitely working tomorrow.
Get that shit up. For real. We in the game, we get that shit up. We gotta step it up on practice. We come in tomorrow, we full speed, and we going. None of that fucking spider shit. None of that spider shit. Put your pads on, let's fucking hit someone, let's go. Come on, man. Love 1, 2, love 1, 2, 1, 2.
At Everett, we're rewriting the rules.
All right, man. Shout out Colorado and the Buffaloes, man. I believe we 2-3 at this point. There's a lot to improve, which is a good thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be in a position where you can improve, but it's about what we gonna do with that improvement and how fast is that process going to take. You dig what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm here for the ride, man. We gonna ride till the wheels fall off. And even at that, we still gonna chug. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Coach Prime and the Buffaloes. We're gonna do another video. We're gonna check up on when the next game is. We're gonna do a preview video. We're gonna start bringing these videos out a lot more consistently. Not a little more, a lot more consistent with these videos. We're gonna be having pregame videos on the Buffaloes. We're also gonna be reacting to the well-off videos and Bucky's videos, and we're gonna be reacting to videos across the Colorado Buffalo universe, right? When it comes to their media members, everything when it comes to that, sports related, NBA season coming up, football season, we're gonna get more consistent in that. So when it comes to NBA, NFL, Colorado Coach Prime, that's really what I'm going to be covering. So whatever questions y'all have, beat up the comment section. Whatever videos y'all want me to react to, whether it's, whatever team is playing against whatever team, it don't matter what, beat up the comment section with what teams you would like us to react to and break down. I like to say thaw it out. You know, when you thaw out something from the freezer, it take a minute, and it really breaks down from every stage. It's not just, a microwave type of thaw it out. It's that thaw out when you put it on that counter. You know what I'm saying? You put that frozen chicken from the freezer on that counter, and you let it thaw out throughout the day. That's how we break shit down. That's how we breaking shit down out here. We gonna let that shit thaw out. You know what I'm saying? But beat up that comment section with other ideas and other reaction videos that y'all like to see from me. Once again, shout out to the Colorado Buffaloes. Content going up. We're gonna be way more consistent. You already know my name, that man Abu. You know what we came to do. Everything sports related. We rocking with it. We're gonna crank it out, man. Appreciate you coming to the channel.